that recognizes your special way of doing things. The Chief Capraro way. And for the garage.
Get a still of that. Can you get a still of that?
All right, we're almost there. So next I'd like to call up our city manager, his boss, at least for one more day, Miss Linda Lowry, to give a presentation. I'd also like to invite the mayor of Pomona and the city council members present to please join her on up here for this presentation. Thank you.
I'm thinking about the things that Paul had to do as he was the chief. And I'm remembering that day in Ontario when he orchestrated one of the most difficult things that you can do, which was a memorial service for our lost officer, Sean Diamond. Experiencing that and knowing that he had it all under control. What a blessing. Even if it was a mirage, it worked. We all believed in him and he came through for us. And when we were sitting on that icy floor and we watched what seemed like an endless number of very proud policemen enter the floor of the arena, it was a moment I will never forget. Knowing that that institution of police is part of our community and that it has been safeguarded by leadership like that provided by Chief Paul Capraro is a wonderful tradition for the community to be very proud of. But it isn't just a tradition, it isn't just an institution, and it isn't just what a city manager who comes from finance would think of as a $55 million annual expense. It's something that's alive and meeting the needs on an ongoing daily 24/7 basis. And what the chief with his assistant did during his term and prior to becoming chief when he was the assistant was that it made sure that our department came into the 21st century. That it isn't an institution that's stuck and isolated. It's an institution that continues to provide service of the highest level with the greatest creativity and efficiency possible. It's an institution that serves and produces leaders like Paul and like Michael and has a bench of leadership for the future that the community can be very proud of. We talk about a partner, and sometimes we talk about partners who are really kind of a pain in the rear, but we get along with them. Paul and I didn't have that kind of partnership. I think we definitely had one grounded in respect and an earnest desire to serve the community and to sustain the department as a living part of the Pomona community. And I think he's been very successful, and I really respect what he has done and admire the fact that we were able to sustain a partnership through some hard times, but something where we were always together trying to come out with the best result. And I really believe that this is one of the best earned retirements an officer could ever have, and that his career has been very successful, and Pomona is the better for it. So congratulations. Here's the Goddess Award. award. It's very coveted. Somebody told me once they saw a couple at a pawn shop, and I just can't believe it. But this is your reward for years of service to the city, and I hope it has a treasured place among your trophies, maybe future trophies for cars and parades, who knows? Thank you very much for your service.
Good afternoon. I think there may be some slight misinformation that is out that Chief Paul Capraro is retiring. He's actually been reassigned. He will now be heading up the Senior Citizens Patrol to address quality of life issues in our city. So, yes, that is the highly paid volunteer position that we have in the city of Pomona. But more seriously, I've had the privilege of having, this is my first year, while this is the chief's last year. And I remember one of the very first incidents that happened in the community over on Collingswood. Two young people were killed. And I have to admit, I didn't know exactly what to do at that moment, except to call the chief and asked if it would be okay if I came over, just to see how things are going. And from the very, very beginning, he, I believe, has embraced, I know he's embraced me and he's embraced this council. And Chief, you've been incredibly welcoming. You're a man of tremendous character. I know I speak for the city council, we see it in the officers. Every time we see our police, they are always open to sitting down, or certainly not on their time when they're supposed to be out patrolling. But the point is that they're incredibly welcome and they're incredibly caring. And I really think that's a reflection of your leadership. That the leadership that you've provided with really values and principles, a man of integrity, and honesty, and respect, that filters down to the men and women of our department. And we see it every day. And I'm sure there was a time when relations between the police and the community weren't always great. But when I go out to the community now, they really appreciate what our police do. And I think that's really a testament to your leadership. And so on behalf of the city of Pomona and on behalf of the city council, we just want to thank you. We appreciate your service. And I know we're going to miss seeing you at city council meetings standing in the back. And we thought we'd send him off with a rather interesting meeting last night that was fully packed with 4 or 5 police officers. And as always, our police did an outstanding job. And we'll miss seeing you there, Chief. And we know that you live right next door. Like I said, we have a lot of plans for you. And so enjoy your winter break. And we look forward to having you back in January. Thank you. So I'd like to invite up our city council to say a few words. We have Councilmember Torres.
Well, Chief Capraro, I just want to say thank you very much for your service to the city of Pomona. If there's one thing that I will take and learn from your tenure,